Apple just dropped a research paper that's sending shockwaves through Silicon Valley. And it's not about the next iPhone or MacBook. It's about something far more explosive. They've proven that every major AI company, OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, has been lying to you about their so-called reasoning AI. Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, the AI models that tech CEOs claim can think and reason like humans. Apple just proved they can't reason at all. They're just very sophisticated pattern-matching machines that completely collapse when faced with truly novel problems. And the evidence is devastating. This isn't just another tech controversy. This is about a multi-trillion-dollar industry built on a fundamental lie. While AI companies have been raising billions of dollars and making grand claims about artificial general intelligence being just around the corner, Apple quietly conducted the most rigorous test of AI reasoning ever attempted. The results? Every single reasoning AI failed spectacularly when pushed beyond their comfort zone. We're talking about a 99% accuracy collapse on problems that a human child could solve. But here's what makes this story even more incredible. Apple didn't just expose the lie. They revealed exactly how these companies have been fooling investors, customers, and even themselves for years. And the implications go far beyond just AI hype. To understand why Apple's discovery is so explosive, you need to know what's been happening in the AI world. Over the past 2 years, companies like Anthropic, OpenAI, and Google have been in an arms race to create what they call reasoning AI models. These aren't your typical chatbots. Companies have been marketing these as AI that can think step by step, solve complex problems, and even approach human-level reasoning. Anthropic's Claude was marketed as our most intelligent model to date and the first hybrid reasoning model on the market. OpenAI's models were described as being able to think through problems systematically. The promise was revolutionary, AI that doesn't just predict the next word, but actually reasons through problems like a human would. Investors poured billions into these companies based on these claims. Businesses started planning their futures around AI that could supposedly handle complex reasoning tasks. But Apple's researchers had a suspicion. If these AI models were truly reasoning, they should be able to handle novel problems, situations they'd never seen before. So they designed the perfect test. Apple's approach was brilliantly simple. Instead of using the same tired benchmarks that AI companies love to cherry-pick, they created brand new puzzles that no AI had ever seen before. Classic logic problems like Tower of Hanoi, river crossing puzzles, and other brain teasers that require genuine step-by-step thinking. The beauty of these tests is that they can't be gamed. There's no way for an AI to have memorized the solutions because Apple created fresh variations that had never existed in any training data. If these AI models were truly reasoning, they should be able to figure out these puzzles just like a human would. Apple tested the biggest names. Claude 3.7 in its special thinking mode, DeepSeek R1, and OpenAI's O3 Mini. These are the models that their companies claim represent the cutting edge of AI reasoning. The researchers started with simple versions of each puzzle and gradually increased the complexity. At first, everything looked promising. The AI models handled the easy versions just fine, producing step-by-step solutions that looked impressively human-like. But then something shocking happened. As soon as the puzzles got moderately complex, every single AI model hit what Apple called a complexity cliff. Their performance didn't gradually decline. It collapsed completely. We're talking about going from 70–80% accuracy to literally 0% accuracy once the problems crossed a certain threshold. But here's the most damning part. As the problems got harder, these supposedly intelligent AI models actually started thinking less. Apple measured how much computational effort the models put into solving problems, and found that when faced with truly challenging puzzles, the AI would give up and produce shorter, lazier responses. Think about that for a moment. When you or I encounter a difficult problem, we think harder and longer. But these AI models do the opposite. They essentially throw in the towel and hope no one notices. Apple even tried giving the AI models the exact solution algorithm, like handing someone a step-by-step recipe. Even with the answer key in hand, the the models still failed once the problems got complex enough. They couldn't follow their own instructions when the pattern became unfamiliar. Now, before we dive into why this matters for every business owner and entrepreneur watching this, let me tell you about something that actually works reliably, unlike these overhyped AI reasoning models. You know what's frustrating about running a business today? Everyone's talking about AI this, AI that, but meanwhile, you're still juggling 5 different tools just to manage your basic marketing and sales processes. You've got your CRM in one place, your email marketing in another, your landing pages somewhere else, and your analytics scattered across multiple dashboards. That's exactly why I want to tell you about Go High Level. And this isn't just another software recommendation. This is a platform that actually delivers on its promises, unlike these AI companies we're talking about. Go High Level is an all-in-one marketing and sales platform that consolidates everything you need to run your business. We're talking CRM, email marketing, SMS campaigns, landing page builder, appointment scheduling, and even a full website builder, all in one place. No more paying for 6 different subscriptions or trying to make different tools talk to each other. The best part? You can try it completely free for 14 days. No credit card required, no hidden fees. Just go to the link in the description below and see for yourself why over 2 million businesses have ditched their complicated tool stacks for this all-in-one solution. While AI companies are busy making promises they can't keep, Go High Level is actually helping real businesses grow with tools that work today, not someday. Check it out. Links in the description. When Apple's research started making headlines, the AI industry's response was swift and telling. Instead of addressing the findings directly, most companies went into damage control mode. They started talking about how their models were still improving and how these specific tests didn't represent real-world usage. But here's what they couldn't explain away. If these models were truly reasoning, they should be able to handle novel problems. That's what reasoning means. The ability to apply logical thinking to new situations. Apple had exposed that what these companies were calling reasoning was actually just very sophisticated pattern matching. The research revealed something even more disturbing. These AI models had essentially memorized solutions to common problems during training, then learned to generate convincing-sounding explanations for their answers. When faced with genuinely new problems, the facade crumbled completely. It's like discovering that someone you thought was a math genius had actually just memorized the answers to every problem in the textbook. The moment you give them a problem that's not in the book, they're completely lost. Apple's discovery has implications that go far beyond just AI hype. We're talking about billions of dollars in investments based on false premises. Companies have been making strategic decisions, hiring plans, and product roadmaps based on the assumption that AI reasoning was real and rapidly improving. Think about all the businesses that have been told they need to AI-proof their operations or risk being left behind. How many entrepreneurs have pivoted their entire business models based on the promise of AI that can reason and solve complex problems autonomously? The truth is, we're not as close to artificial general intelligence as the hype suggests. These models are incredibly powerful tools for specific tasks, but they're not the thinking machines they've been marketed as. This doesn't mean AI is useless, far from it, but it means we need to be realistic about what current AI can and can't do. And more importantly, we need to stop making business decisions based on marketing claims rather than actual capabilities. Apple's research revealed a consistent pattern across all the major AI models. They found 3 distinct performance regimes. At low complexity, regular AI models actually outperformed the fancy reasoning models. At medium complexity, the reasoning models showed a slight advantage, but at high complexity, everything collapsed. The most telling finding was about a specific example. AI models could handle Tower of Hanoi puzzles requiring over 100 moves, but completely failed at river crossing puzzles that needed just 4 moves. Why? Because Tower of Hanoi is a well-known computer science problem that likely appeared in their training data, while the specific river crossing variant was novel. This perfectly illustrates the core issue. These models aren't reasoning. They're recognizing patterns from their training. When the pattern is familiar, they excel. When it's truly new, they fail catastrophically. What makes Apple's findings even more striking is the comparison to human performance. When humans encounter a difficult problem, we might struggle, but we don't suddenly become completely incompetent. We apply the same reasoning processes we use for simpler problems, just with more effort and time. The AI models showed the opposite behavior. As problems became more challenging, they actually put in less effort, using fewer computational resources and producing shorter, less thoughtful responses. It's as if they knew they were out of their depth and decided to give up rather than try harder. This reveals something fundamental about how these models work. They're not actually thinking through problems step by step, despite generating text that looks like step-by-step reasoning. They're essentially performing an elaborate magic trick, creating the illusion of thought without the substance. For entrepreneurs and business owners, Apple's research should be a wake-up call. How many of you have been sold on AI solutions that promise to automate complex decision-making or handle sophisticated reasoning tasks? How many consultants have told you that AI will soon replace human judgment in your business? The reality is that current AI excels at pattern recognition, content generation, and automating routine tasks. But when it comes to genuine problem solving in novel situations, the kind of challenges that define successful businesses, human reasoning is still irreplaceable. This doesn't mean you should avoid AI tools. It means you should be smart about how you use them. Use AI for what it's actually good at: processing large amounts of data, generating content variations, automating repetitive tasks. But don't expect it to replace human judgment, creativity, or genuine problem solving. Apple's research has massive implications for the investment world. Billions of dollars have been poured into AI companies based on the promise of reasoning capabilities that, according to Apple, simply don't exist in current models. This isn't just about individual companies. It's about the entire AI investment thesis. If the most advanced AI models can't actually reason, what does that mean for all the predictions about AI replacing human workers, solving complex global problems, or achieving artificial general intelligence in the next few years? Smart investors are already starting to ask harder questions. Instead of just looking at impressive demos and benchmark scores, they're demanding proof that AI systems can handle truly novel challenges. Apple's research provides a framework for that kind of rigorous testing. Does Apple's research mean AI development is doomed? Not at all. But it does mean the industry needs to be more honest about current limitations and focus on solving real problems rather than chasing hype. The most promising AI applications are those that leverage what current models actually do well: pattern recognition, content generation, and automation of well-defined tasks. The fantasy of AI that can reason like humans and solve any problem you throw at it? That's still science fiction. Apple's research also points toward what might be needed for genuine AI reasoning: new architectures, different training approaches, or hybrid systems that combine neural networks with symbolic reasoning. But those breakthroughs are likely years away, not months. The biggest lesson from Apple's research isn't about AI, it's about hype cycles and critical thinking. In the rush to capitalize on the latest technology trend, it's easy to lose sight of what's actually real versus what's marketing. This pattern repeats throughout tech history. Remember when every company was going to be disrupted by blockchain? Or when virtual reality was going to replace all human interaction? Or when the metaverse was going to be the future of everything? The companies that succeed long-term are those that focus on solving real problems with proven technologies, rather than chasing the latest hype. They use new tools when those tools actually provide value, not just because everyone else is talking about them. So what should you do with this information? First, be skeptical of any AI solution that promises to handle complex reasoning or decision-making in your business. Ask for proof that the system can handle novel situations, not just perform well on standard benchmarks. Second, focus on AI applications that leverage what current technology actually does well. Use AI for content creation, data analysis, customer service automation, and other pattern recognition tasks. But keep humans in the loop for genuine problem solving and strategic decisions. Third, don't let AI hype distract you from building a solid business foundation. The fundamentals of good business, understanding your customers, delivering value, managing cash flow, building great teams. These haven't changed just because AI exists. Apple's research has pulled back the curtain on one of the biggest tech stories of our time. The AI reasoning revolution that companies have been promising? It's not here yet, and it might not be coming as soon as everyone thinks. But that's actually good news for smart entrepreneurs. While everyone else is chasing AI fantasies, you can focus on building real businesses that solve real problems. You can use AI tools for what they're actually good at, while maintaining the human judgment and creativity that still can't be replicated. The future belongs to those who can separate hype from reality, and Apple just gave us the tools to do exactly that. If this deep dive into the reality behind AI hype was valuable to you, make sure you're subscribed to onlinemarketer.ai. We cut through the noise to bring you the real stories behind the biggest moves in business and AI. And don't miss our free weekly newsletter where we break down the latest discoveries in business and AI that actually matter for entrepreneurs like you. No hype, no fluff. Just the insights you need to stay ahead in this rapidly changing landscape. In our last newsletter, we exposed the Builder.ai AI scam that fooled Microsoft out of $450 million. And in our next one, we'll be diving into the MIT BrainScan research that reveals the terrifying effects ChatGPT is having on users' cognitive abilities. You'll find the link to join in the description below. The AI revolution is real, but it's not what the marketing departments want you to believe. Stay informed, stay skeptical, and we'll see you in the next video.